Netflix is looking good. Netflix is looking fantastic. Netflix just pushed right from the bottom all the way to the top. Right now we're looking at price back into that zone. If we can break through that zone, then we can fill this gap right here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Well, this is your boy Francis. Welcome to the Trading Success Show. So what we're gonna be doing today, we're gonna be talking about our long-term stocks, and we're gonna be chatting up stocks. We're gonna be chatting up the market. We're gonna be chatting up other, dividend paying stocks as well. And most of the stocks I'm gonna lay out here, I'm gonna analyze here, they are going to be our long-term stocks. Now let's get into it. But first, this is not a recommendation to buy or to sell any stock or equity. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now that we got that out of the way, if you're visiting again, you're welcome. If this is your first time, feel free to subscribe, feel free to recommend stocks, and feel free to talk to me. Email me at tradingsuccessshow@gmail.com and we can analyze that stock for you. All right, now let's get into it. So what I will be talking about now, looking at the market, looking at different sector, most of the sector are red except semiconductors, which is also green, and healthcare based on the Friday's market close, and also a lot of trillions and trillions, about $3 trillion expired in the market. Okay, now looking at SPY, now we can really tell, okay, this is monthly, right? This is monthly, so we can really tell how the market is acting right now. Okay, I really don't see the market really going back to zero, as so many people are talking about, right? So many traders out there. This is our Spider S&P 500 ETF, okay, and every time we pull to the downside, we end up bouncing back up, pull lower to retest this level, then bounce back up. Right now we pull a little bit only to push up again, and then retested that spot. Okay, so we retested here, and we don't have any other retest at this point in time. So does it mean that we're going to 300? It is still possible, but that is not zero, right? So now I also have my eyes on the monthly. I'm looking at this trend right here. That is what I'm looking at. If this area fails, right, if 380 doesn't hold, then we're going to be looking for 360 in the coming days. Also taking a look at it on stock tweet as well, a stock chart, you're gonna see that the market right now, we're having a hard time breaking through technical level, breaking through moving average in the market. So right now we're back to the demand zone. This area is the demand zone with support at 380. When the market opens, just keep an eye out for a potential bounce into 390. See if that area holds. If that 390 holds and reclaim, then we can push higher to the upside into 398. But overall, don't forget, Jay Powell is also coming in as well. So next week is gonna be, we'll see, because most of them are pricing in 75 basis point, right, in terms of interest rate. So looking at this support is 380. That's gonna be the ultimate support. If that area doesn't hold, then we'll be looking for price pull back down into 370 in the coming days. So keep an eye out on that as well. First stock here is going to be PayPal. What am I looking for? PayPal. Right now PayPal actually got to that resistance, right? We tapped there, we just couldn't push through because we also have resistance around here. Right now we have this trend, this downtrend that I'll be watching with this uptrend right intact, right? So support, look at how the stock bounced right off of 50 exponential moving average, guys. Okay, right now we need to fight the 20 exponential moving average. If we can break through that $95 zone, then we can revisit this downtrend for the needed action to the upside. But market will be pulling this down. If $90 fail, then I'll be looking for 85 on PayPal to add to my long-term position. We also have a block, which is SQ, formerly known as Square. Right now, this is very risky. It's very risky. You can pick some and anticipate this move, right? The same thing is happening right now. We don't know, because this is really at a very critical support level for the move to the downside as well, if that area doesn't hold and the market doesn't hold true momentum to the upside. So keep an eye out on that as well. We also have Apple, AAPL. AAPL right now, we are back to the middle of the trend line. So right now, if 150 doesn't hold and the market doesn't hold, I'll be looking for 145 in the coming days, and I'm going to add to my long-term portfolio on Apple as well. AAL right now, we're just fighting the 20 and 50 exponential moving average. We also have Monday.com. Monday at this point in time, 130 is our support, bounced right off, close 133 with open mind into 145 again, but depend on how the market reaction really settles out. But now 130 is your support. If it doesn't, then we'll look for 126 in the coming days. We're looking at Meta as well. Meta platform, aka Facebook. See, right now Meta is failing support. That is what I talked about in my previous chart. Looking at this, we want to make sure that we understand and we are aware that we broke this critical support level to the downside. So 145 is going to act as a support. If it doesn't hold, then we'll continue lower into 140. So keep an eye out on that as well. GSON as well, right now $30 is our support. If it doesn't hold, we'll look for 25 in the coming days. Riven as well, RIVN, right now we're looking for a push through $42, right? But that didn't pan out well, and now we're pulling back down. Look for support around 20 exponential moving average, which is this $36.20. Look at the volume. That's a huge sell volume. Shake Shack as well. Shake Shack right now, we're trying to hold the 20 and 50 exponential moving average. NVDA, this is also a chip semiconductor space. Right now, the support right now, we still need a little bit more to the downside. Break 130, then we're looking at 125, 126 for support. Okay, if this area holds, then I'll be expecting a pushback to 135, 140 on NVIDIA as well. FedEx also, they did bad. They did really, guidance was really poor. So right now we're back to 155, 161 area. I'm expecting this to pick some up on my long-term portfolio as well. PLAY, right now we need to reattempt the 200 moving average because we really failed, tried to reclaim it but just couldn't. Market reaction back down. Now our support is going to be this trend with the resistance right on this second trend right here. WMT, Walmart is really looking good, and we are back to our known support zone. So keep an eye out on this area, see if price can really hold the 133 or 132 zone. If it does, then we'll look for a push back into the 200 moving average. But now I think we'll fight in the 200 moving average where the big boys are. So keep an eye out on those beautiful name. Coinbase as well. Coinbase right now, COIN, would fighting support right now around 20 and 50 exponential moving average, which is our $74 spot. If price really doesn't hold that, I'll be looking for $70 in the coming days. Amazon as well, we're looking for price pulling back down to the 120. We got really close, but not as much as the needed entry for my second position on Amazon. So I'm looking for price to really pull more lower so that I can pick up some for a long term. I still have my average around 105, so adding around 120, 115 is not a problem. NOVA as well, right now we're looking good. We're holding 20 exponential moving average. If it doesn't hold, then look for $25 as our support in the coming days, guys. PMVP, this is pharmaceutical. I'm not a fan of pharmaceutical, but I was giving this as well. Right now, this is your support. Okay, support is right here with a shake up around $12. If that area holds, then we can bounce back to $13 in the coming days as well. 3M MMM right now, this is our support, and we're gonna support here. That is the area of support. If it fails, then I'll look for more to the downside on this name, but overall keep an eye out on this area. If it fails, like I said, 110 111, that's what you're gonna be looking at. Pepsi as well, PEP right now, we're back to the 200 moving average. This is a very critical zone. It's a very critical level. Most of the time we get to that level, we bounce back up and flush right through, bounce back up. Right now we're doing the same again in favor of the Fed. So keep an eye out, see what the Fed does, and see how the market will react to that name. AMC as well. Right now AMC is back down to the $9 zone, and if that $9 zone doesn't hold, then we're back to the $8. Right now we're fighting the $10, which is a very natural resistance zone for now. ISROG right now we're looking at support right around here as well, 205, so keep an eye out as well. ABVI, they also have dividends, dividend play right now, support right here on ABVI. I think ABVI is looking solid. It's looking solid for the breakout to the upside. 145 break and hold, then we can push higher back into 150. So keep an eye out. If this doesn't hold and get a sell ratings, then guys, we're looking for this trend right now. So keep an eye out on ABVI. I think ABVI is also solid for the move to the upside as soon as we reclaim the 200 moving average. ABT, this is Abbott Laboratories, and right now we're looking at support around 102. 102 is our support. I think there's still momentum to pushing this stock back to the downside. Look for 102 as our support. ARRY, this one right now, I'm looking for price around the $17 as a support. If that area holds, then we can fight our 20 exponential moving average, which is that $20 spot on that name. INTC, we're looking at downtrend. What have you? My goodness, we just keep selling off. So I'll be expecting a bounce right around that area on INTC. This is crazy, I know, right? M-Phase as well. This is our solar side as well. M-Phase Energy. Right now we're looking to break out of this 320 zone. For now, $300 is gonna act as our support. JNJ, what do we got here? JNJ right now we're looking for a bounce off that level into the 50. So see if 50 exponential moving average hold. If it holds, then the next level is going to be 170, which is our 200 moving average. So keep an eye out. Volume is coming in on that name as well. Oxy at this point in time, oil and gas, we've been selling off. So right now, if this area doesn't hold, $63 doesn't hold, then we'll flush back down to $60 on that name. So keep an eye out on that as well. We're looking at Verizon VZ right here. We've sold off into support area, which is $40.41. So keep an eye out for that support. Kinder Morgan as well, support is 200 moving average, guys, on that name. BKH, we're looking at 75 as our support for now. FVRR, this one right now, we're looking at support right now. This FV Romeo right now support, it has always held support around here, so I expect the same thing around that $32 with risk around $30 in the coming days. Because Verizon also going down, look at this as well, which is AT&T. Right now we're trying to find support around this area with room down to $16 on that name. We also have Phillips Morrison, which is what, PM. PM right now we're looking at bouncing. This is a doji, so look at that. That is a doji, so we're expecting some form of action around this area. So see how this happened and how it pan out on Monday. UPST, this is upstart. We're finding base here, we're finding support here with our move back into 2660. So keep an eye out. If this area holds 24.50, 24 holds, then we'll be looking for price into the $27, guys. All right. Costco right now we have COST $500 is gonna act as our support. If it doesn't, then we'll be looking back into demand zone between 500 and 480. That's a 20-point difference on that name. So also we're looking at the banks. JP Morgan is looking solid. It's trying to reclaim this 20 and 50 exponential moving average area. If it does, I'll be expecting a retest of this downtrend right now, so keep an eye out on that 120 visit on the name. ROHI, right now we're consolidating around this range, looking for 75 to hold, 76 to hold as a support. If it does hold, guys, I'll be expecting more to the upside, breakthrough $80 in the coming days. Also Tesla, oh my goodness, Tesla rejected the 310 like I said in the previous video. Right now we're looking for price to hold the 200 moving average. We've crossed the 200 moving average. Right now we're battling to hold the 200 moving average on Tesla. AMD, right now AMD, we have what we call the inverse head and shoulders, so which is a bullish pattern. So I'll be looking for price to hold this $75 zone in the coming days on that name. Nike as well, NKE, I'll be looking for support around this area. If you chart this up, you also see inverse head and shoulder, which is also another bullish pattern if this area hold as our support. AVG, oh what a beauty, inverse head and shoulder as well on this name right here. So look for price to hold the 490 area, $500 spot in the coming days on that as well, guys. ADBE, oh my goodness, look at the gap that was created, right? So right now I'll be looking for some reaction around this $300 zone. Okay, I'm still expecting a little more pullback to the downside so that I can add to my long-term portfolio. Palantir right here, Palantir, I took a $7 sell put. That is a bullish bet. So right now I'm in the money on this, but we're just fighting the $8 zone, which coincide with our 20 exponential moving average area. So if we can break this area, then guess what, we're pushing into $8.68. So that is where you want to really start taking profit as it comes. But overall push is going to push back into $10 or $11 on Palantir. ADSK as well, this is Autodesk. Right now we're back down to 190 area zone, so we failed the 200 with a gap down. RSI is 37%, so I think right now we're really in the oversold area, so keep an eye out for a move to the upside if it comes. BIG as well, this is looking at like it wants to break this trend right now. If we fail $20, guys, we'll push back to the downside. This also has a bullish pattern, which is what, the inverse head and shoulder. So keep an eye out. If that $20 fail, then we can retest this head side on that name. Google as well, Google is back to level. This is my entry area, so I'll be adding more to this name on that as well. CVS also, we're looking for a beautiful push to the upside, because guess what, our 200 moving average held nicely. Netflix as well, Netflix is looking good, Netflix is looking fantastic. Netflix just pushed right from the bottom all the way to the top. Right now we're looking at price back into that zone. If we can break through that zone, then we can fill this gap right here on Netflix. Thank you guys for being here. I will post the remaining chat on my Twitter and on my stock Twitter account, which also involve Unity software as well. ExxonMobil, also have Realty Income, we also have Pembina as well. So guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for all the fantastic things you guys been doing out there in this world. Go out there and be peaceful. Go out there and show share love to everyone. Peace and love, guys. Bye bye.